Today I'm going to show you how our family creates the perfect kids summer bucket list using these. I'm Stephanie Anderson, and I help entrepreneurs who work from home keep their kids busy and off screens with creative play. And goodness knows we need all the help we can get, especially in the summer months. So the summer bucket list is something that our family does to keep us busy inside the house, outside the house, and keeps the kids busy while we work and while we play. If you're new here, if you could just take a minute to subscribe and hit the bell, I would love that so you know when I produce new videos each week. So step one, the first thing that we do is we don't get together as a family and do a master brainstorm session, because what happens with 3 kids is they all just copy each other. So what I try to do is I get with each child individually and when they're happy. So for instance, my 9-year-old son, I make sure I talk with him when he's having a snack, when he's relaxed, when he's ready to chit chat. So when I talk with each child, I ask them 2 questions. The first one is your standard, what could we do this summer that would make the summer lots of fun? And that's where I get their big list of all the things that they want to do this summer, places they want to go, things they want to do, people they want to see, all the things that kind of come to mind when you think of a summer bucket list. But the second question that I ask is the most important, and it's, what would you like to learn this summer? Or what skills would you like to master this summer? And I ask this question because I want each of the kids to have one major summer goal and be working towards it. So they come out of this summer feeling like they have done something with the summer and not just had a bunch of fun, but they've actually progressed in their life and they feel great about themselves and confident going into their next school year. It's wonderful to teach kids goal setting at early ages so they can do it all their lives. So when I'm talking with each child, I make sure that I'm taking notes and writing down all the things that they're saying, because I can write a lot faster than my kids can write, and sometimes their minds are going really, really fast. And so it's nice if I can kind of capture all that so we can reference it later when we're coming up with our master list. Now that we've got the master list recorded in my handwriting, the second step is to give each child a Post-it note. They each get a different color and they get a whole stack of them. So they are then tasked as a group, we sit around the table and they write down as many ideas as they have for the summer and what they want to do this summer. And it's great because they just keep writing and writing and writing, and then I have them put them all up on a board. So they kind of feed off of each other, and with the little ones, I help them spell the letters and sound out the letters, and so it's a great practice for writing, and the older ones, just great practice for writing for them too. So it's a great way for them to just kind of have a major master brainstorming sessions, and we put them all up on a wall. So don't forget your husband or your partner, because they are a big part of the summer. Even if they're not going to be involved in a lot of the activities, it's important to get your partner's input, because we've had problems in the past where we have all sorts of ideas what we want to do in the summer, but it doesn't line up with what my husband has planned for the summer. So make sure each person has a different color Post-it and has a say in planning the summer. I know summers are hard, but I've created a guide to long-lasting play. You can snag yours down below if you're interested. All right, so the last step, step 3, is the most fun. We haven't done this yet, but we're about to do it. After all the ideas are up on the board, we make sure that we go in and categorize them and kind of group like with like. Sometimes we have duplicates, and so we can just take one off or put them together. And other times we'll have things that kind of make sense. So the categories for your family might be different than they are for mine. But what I like to do is put the goals up at the top, and then I like to categorize things that are events that are very time sensitive and put those in a little category. And then I like to put things that are away from the house, outside the house, and things that are inside the house kind of in different categories, because that makes it easier for me when I do my organizing of the summer after we're all done with our summer bucket list. So now you're done, you've created your summer bucket list, and what's a lot of fun is once you've completed something, you just take the Post-it note down, and so pretty soon you end up with a blank wall underneath. Now, there's different walls you could put this on, like we have this on a board. Ideally, you'd have it on a giant dry erase board, because then you could draw pictures and mark it up in between the Post-its, but this works fine. You could find a wall in your room or by your family table or something that's portable, so it's, you can put it away when guests come over. But it's really nice to have it as a visual, because the kids can say, If you're feeling bored, like let's find something in the home section, like what could we work on? Or do you want to work on a goal? And it keeps them busy and thinking, and it just really has helped our family a lot. Is this making sense to you? Have you created a summer bucket list yet? I'd love to know how you create your summer bucket list. Let me know in the comments if you have any tips or tricks for us, and let me know what you think about the Post-it note method. Okay, bonus time. I want to share what I do with the summer bucket list after we've grouped it into categories. I take out my calendar, and I have a calendar for June, July, August, just kind of like this, a master overall overreaching calendar. And I put down all the events, make sure they're listed in here, and anything that requires kind of some prior planning, I actually calendar it out. Now, I didn't used to do this because I'm not really one to have a very strict schedule in the summer, but I found that by giving a little bit of structure, it helps the kids easing with the transitions, and it helps us do more and have more fun doing it because we're not stressed out. It's hard when you're just saying, oh, what should we do today? Let's go to the board. And they say, oh, we want to do horseback riding. Because we can't just pick up and go horseback riding. We have to have a little planning before that. What are we going to wear? Where are we going to go? Things like that. And when you're doing the planning, if your kids are old enough, they can help. So if you have, horseback riding on a Friday, then maybe that Tuesday you can say, let's figure out where we're going to go horseback riding. And you can all research that together and talk about different options, and maybe make a trip to the store if you need boots or whatever you might need. After you're done calendaring it, it's also nice to kind of get an overview of what the kids want to do and what your family wants to do. And I like to create kind of a general rhythm of the weeks and the days. I find that it's really helpful for the kids to know what to expect. So based on what they've talked about thus far for this summer, we're going to have just a very loose schedule of we'll wake up and we'll probably make breakfast together, because two of the kids' goals this summer is to learn how to use the stove and the grill. I don't know how we're going to manage the grill, but my husband can deal with that. But so since they want to learn how to use the stove, I figure most mornings we can wake up and we can make breakfast together. So a breakfast of eggs or French toast or waffles or pancakes. I can help them use the stove and maybe help them each one-on-one. So that's going to be our loose schedule. We'll do breakfast, and then we'll probably go somewhere in the morning, be active, and then we'll come back, have lunch, and then we'll probably have an hour of reading time or working on your goal time. And then after that, we'll probably do like an hour of things that they want to do that need my help. So like, for example, two of the kids want to do woodworking. So I'm going to have to help them with woodworking. It's not like they can just do that on their own. I don't know how to do woodworking. I have to figure that out, but we'll work on it together. And then like another one they want to work on is basketball. So I have to make sure that I'm helping with that. And they want to do arts and crafts. And a lot of times I need to help set that up for them. So we'll have an hour of that, and then we'll have some free play, and then dinner time and pool or bed. So we kind of have this loose schedule so the kids aren't constantly asking and wondering what's next, what's next. And the younger your kids, the more important a kind of a routine and rhythm is. So if you can kind of think about the overall rhythm, that would be great. And don't forget to keep in mind what you need to do, especially if you're an entrepreneur working from home. So I know I have home projects, and I also have home work to do. And so I've invested in a sitter to come to the house 1 or 2 days a week so I can get the business stuff done. And then for the home projects, I'm going to know that I can work on that after we've gone out and about in the morning, in the afternoon. So think about that as the mom or the leader of the family. Figure out a calendar some of the events, and then figure out a general rhythm, because it really, really helps make the summer an exciting, fun thing for everybody. So I hope you learned a few new tricks to craft a perfect summer bucket list for your family. I would love to share more with you, so check out my other videos. I share lots of activities to do this summer with your kids. I hope if you get a chance, you can smash that like button and hit the subscribe button if you're interested. I share lots of activities of what to do this summer, and really anytime you have your kids at home. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.